Goddess Chrissy here. If you guys saw my last reading, I believe it was Messages from Your Angels, and my tripod broke and I was holding my camera and there was all kind of noises in between because I kept moving the camera. But anyway, I got a new tripod, so here it is. I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, let's just get right into it then. So I have this pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is specifically from an ancestor of yours, okay? So obviously, since many people are going to be watching this reading, not everything is going to resonate from your ancestor, but the things that do, you're going to relate to them and you're going to automatically know that that's information directly related to you from them. Okay, so basically we are doing messages from a specific ancestor. Oh wow, speaking of specific ancestors, sorry guys, I was going to use one of my other decks so they could pinpoint who they were exactly, and I forgot, so let me do it now. All right, so the ancestor who's going to be speaking in pile 1 and telling us about yourself. In pile 1, reveal yourself, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Pile 2. Reveal yourself, pile 2, the ancestor that's speaking in pile 2. Thank you. Okay, let's see. All right, and pile 3. Sorry guys, I completely forgot, but they reminded me. Okay, so let's see, pile 3. Reveal yourself. Who's going to be speaking? Ooh. All right, fell to the floor. All right. Okay. I love these readings. I do not peek, I promise. All right, so you guys choose a crystal that resonates with you. Here's the rose quartz. Okay, the rose quartz. This is the amethyst, and this is the clear quartz. Okay. So pick whichever crystal. All right, well, there's somebody named Crystal. I don't know where the heck that came from, but there's a message, okay? Go ahead and pick your pile, pick your crystal, and these crystals resonate with your ancestor as well, and that's what makes them so special in this pick a card reading. So go ahead and take a minute, whatever resonates with you. And I'm gonna light my incense here. Give you guys a minute to do that. Okay, all right, let's get started. They are telling me to start with the clear quartz, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the clear quartz. Okay. All right, rose quartz. Gonna move you over here. Okay, and amethyst, gonna move you as well. Okay, all right, so those of you who picked the clear quartz, we're gonna get into your ancestor and what they want to tell you, who they were, what they want you to know, etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see who this ancestor is with this card. Let's see if they want to reveal their face to us or if they just want to give us kind of like a symbol. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so this ancestor that is coming to you is a male, and a male that was in some kind of authority, okay? Some type of position of authority, all right? And the number 25 could resonate. Maybe this male was 25 years old, or that's the age that he's speaking to you now, like in his timeline at 25 years old. That's probably when he went into the military or into some form of authority. Okay? All right. You may be even 25 years old right now, or something may have taken place at the age of 25. Maybe you were, you started your initiation of something. You know, maybe you had an epiphany at 25. Maybe that's when you had your first child. Okay? So only you, like I said, can know how this resonates with you. The age 25. If you're not yet 25, something may happen at the age of 25, okay? But it doesn't look like it's a bad thing. I mean, there's really no such thing as a bad thing. You know, it looks like it's something that deals with growth, okay? And you coming into yourself. All right, so that is your ancestor that's coming through. A male with some type of authority, all right? Let's see what our theme is going to be. Okay, justice and harmony. All right, justice and harmony is going to be the theme. So everything that he talks about here is going to be about making sure that the right thing is done and that you have peace in your life. Okay, so making sure that you're doing what you feel is right and you have peace in your life. Okay. All right, now let's see here. Now, did this ancestor have any type of haters, any type of evil eye? I'm pretty sure with them being in this top authority, this kind of leadership role, that there must have been some type of evil eye against this person at this time, right? Let's see. Oh, unexplained freak accident. Okay, so this ancestor that passed on had an unexplained freak accident due to people being jealous of this person and giving off this negative energy. The negative energy was so strong, and then watching them and hating on him allowed for him to have an accident, a freak accident, okay? Look at this. All right. Interesting. Very interesting here. Okay, so this ancestor has already died and lived another life, or is living another life at this time. Okay, and this ancestor has a very young spirit, a very young, vibrant spirit, and whatever happened to this ancestor, I see with this card here that this ancestor has reached some type of amends for the person who was involved in harming them, or the people who were involved in harming them. It's kind of like, it's like I got my lick back. Like, I don't know what they mean by that, but they found justice. They did get justice for what happened to them. Okay. So this person, after what happened, or these people didn't live good lives, or this card could also represent that they never accomplished anything in their life. You know, they kept trying and trying, but nothing never went anywhere based off of what they did to your ancestor. Okay. All right, so tell me more about yourself. Okay, so this ancestor also traveled a lot. Okay, or delivered important goods. Like, this person could have been like the go-to to deliver certain things, or they were in this authoritative role that required them to have like secret dealings with delivering possibly weapons or things of that nature. That it could also be delivering drugs as well. Okay. But this person is a person that got to see the world in his own right. Okay. And I'm getting that this person died at a young age. I'm still getting that because I keep seeing a young male, right? In this courier card, it's a young male. So let's see what else. Readiness. Look at that. Readiness. Okay. So this ancestor that you have here, I feel is living another lifetime right now on Earth as well. And he's a businessman, okay? And he takes things head on. Look at that. Okay, so in the past, with being this authoritative figure, I feel like in this life now, they're in some type of law enforcement. Okay, but we have the loneliness card here. So I feel like your ancestor lived a very lonely life in their past life. They were more about focused on their career, focused on what they had going on with moving up in the ranks. And they really didn't get time or didn't seek out to do other things. Now, for some of you, your ancestor got in this freak accident due to a lot of haters. And if you see that woman is like in a... And yeah, if you guys see here with this loneliness card, this person is in like a hospital bed. You know, there's the oxygen there. So this ancestor, for some of you, could have got in this freak accident and then ended up in the hospital, but did not pass. Okay? All right, let's see. In their lifetime, in your ancestor's lifetime, they spent majority of... What was their personality? Okay, so your ancestor got shy. So because I wanted to say you may also be someone who's very shy and doesn't really open up unless you know a person very well. But if you've just met someone, you're not just going to automatically be outgoing and start talking to them. Or your ancestor was very shy, but you're a very outgoing person. So you could be the opposite. Okay? Now let's see what they did. Look at that. Didn't I say they were in a leadership position? Look at this. Look at this. And even in like some armor or gear. So again, for a lot of you, this ancestor here was in the army or in the military of some kind. Okay? Wow. Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay. Let's see here. And then I asked too if this person, this ancestor, served their life purpose. And I got the answer, yes. Okay. So you are missing many opportunities. Take advantage. Okay, so I feel like there were more opportunities available for this person, but because of all of the jealousy and the evil eye that they got, it was short-lived. It was short-lived. Okay, but for others of you, this ancestor that did survive this accident got to live a very happy life and was able to continue taking on these leadership roles. Okay, so it goes both ways. For some of you, this ancestor died young. For others of you, this ancestor lived a little bit longer and was able to accomplish more. But this ancestor was definitely in a leadership role for sure. And with them coming through to speak to you, it's something that they want you to know is within yourself. You may doubt yourself or fear that you can't take on something on your own or go off on a journey. Okay, like this Fool card, go off on a journey. You may think it is foolish or it's dumb to start over. especially by yourself. But if deep down you feel like it's needed, then that's something that you need to look into. I feel like the number 9 resonates as well. And my voice is going away too. So I feel like you've been doing some yelling for whatever reason. Even you see that woman there, she's like yelling through the cemetery. So for some reason you've either been yelling or you feel like your voice isn't being heard. No one's listening to what you have to say. But again, take charge of the situation. Your ancestor that's coming through here is someone that's very close to you and near and dear. There may be a situation that you're in where you feel like you need to get justice, and this person is helping you with that. They have their eye on you, okay? And they're protecting you also from those who may be hating on you from the outside. But again, like I said, this person has a very young spirit, and I see wheels a lot here, okay? So it's talking about traveling, it's talking about moving forward, it is definitely talking about take charge. And those wheels just remind me of the chariot, which is all about like forward movement and getting things going. So if you feel like you're stagnant right now, you can call on this ancestor to assist you. And if you want information on who this might be, then you can just go back in your family tree, and ask questions to your mother, your father about a young male who possibly died young, that was in some type of authority leadership role. Okay. All right. And like I said, this could have also been someone who actually had dealing with drugs, who was like a drug dealer. And with this evidence here, there may have been some evidence that was found that allowed or caused for this person to get caught and then be that by themselves. This loneliness card could also be someone who ended up in jail, and that's where they, live the rest of their lives. Okay? So again, if you don't know who this is, who this ancestor is, you can do some research and find out who this person is. But it's definitely someone that's close to you. And he wants you to remember that you are a leader. So if you haven't been taking on leadership roles, he would like for you to start doing that. Whether that's being a leader in your life and making sound decisions for yourself, or being a leader in your community, being a leader at your job, whatever the case may be, this person says that their skills are within you as well. So if you didn't know, they want you to acknowledge that. With this card too, I was like thinking about like Alice in the Wonderland, and like just like going down the rabbit hole. They're like, don't do that. Don't do that. But at the same time, your ancestor is saying that, remember I told you, like, my voice is hoarse. I feel like you've been yelling. And even if you haven't been literally yelling, you've been yelling deep down inside, and this ancestor has been hearing you. And he's acknowledging that. Okay? There's something deep down within yourself that you're not happy about, or you feel stagnant, or you feel like you're not being heard. But this ancestor is saying that he hears you. Okay? All right. That was the pile. Those of you who picked the clear quartz. Okay? That's your message from your ancestor. All right? Till next time, it's Goddess Chrissy. Alright, let's go with Let's go with the rose quartz next. Okay. Alright, so for those of you who picked the rose quartz, let's get into it and see what your ancestor would like to tell you, okay? Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, here's your ancestor. Alright, the person that's coming through is a woman, and a hard-working woman. This woman also could have lived a very hard life, okay? Lived in poverty, and she wants to come through to give you a message. All right. Let's see what the theme of this reading is going to be. Ooh, the great unknown. Okay. And this is a message I did get before we started. Okay, so first let me mention this. I got the message of like an ancestor like loving roses or named Rose, liking specifically red roses or pink roses. Okay. And then I also got the message of I'm not working hard. I didn't work hard in my life for you to work hard in this life. Very powerful. Very powerful. And I now know that that message is for this those who picked this pile. I did not work hard in my life for you to work hard in yours. Okay. Very powerful. All right. Tell us more about yourself. Sorry guys, I'm sliding here. Ooh. Going through hard times. Going through hard times. Wow. Okay, it's talking about going through a hard time and people wanting your demise. People wanting to see you down. People wanting to put you down. Okay. Doctor. Okay, so this ancestor may have wanted to be a doctor. Okay. This ancestor may have wanted to be a doctor, or may have had like illnesses where they always had to go to the doctor. Okay. Okay, so with this care, stop, and mass card, it tells me a couple of things. This ancestor may have only had one child and stopped after that. So only had one child and that was it. Or this ancestor had one child and wasn't able to have more children. So this ancestor may have had issues with fertility. If you resonate with that, then there's one of your messages right there. So this ancestor had issues with fertility, or this ancestor wanted only one child, or possibly didn't want any child, you know, and ended up getting pregnant, and that was it. They just wanted to stop at one. Okay, this ancestor also had many faces. Okay, so this ancestor could be very manipulative in order to get what she wanted. Okay, let's see if she had any haters, causing you to lose your appetite. Okay, so again, I'm getting that this ancestor lived a very poor life. She was in poverty. She had a hard time in life. Okay. She may have wanted to be a healer or was a healer in her community. Okay. But at the same time, there was something here that was broken within her. She didn't end up living the life that she wanted. Okay. creative expression. She wanted to be free to express herself, whether that's painting, whether that's writing, whether that's singing, something creative she wanted to do with her life, okay, that she wasn't able to do. And that's another reason why she has this card as well, because all these voices in her head was telling her, you know, basically, one, she needed to get out of her head, but at the same time, when she started having children, it was like, what are you doing? You know, how are you going to get what you want? How are you going to do what you want to do by having children? What is this? And I'm also getting like mental illness here as well. For some of you, this ancestor dealt with that because one, the life of poverty, but also they're telling me something about the home life is not where she wanted to be. She wanted to be free. And she only had a home life because that was the thing to do back then, was get married, have children, and, you know, and live that kind of life. But that's not the kind of life she wanted. She wanted to live the great unknown. She wanted to go and see what the world had to offer. She wanted to express herself in her own way. In her own way. And like I said, so I have this card here. I already told you guys, did she fulfill her life purpose? Did she accomplish what she wanted to accomplish? And again, the answer is no. Okay? Look what it says there. You need self-confidence, or otherwise you will lose. Okay? So she lacked self-confidence as well. I see here like witchcraft. I don't know if she was into witchcraft or other people were dealt with witchcraft, or she was prosecuted for, you know, dealing with witchcraft. Okay? Or by her doing that, she ended up hurting herself and losing her life purpose. Okay? And when I asked how was she in this life, we got happy. Okay? So that may have been like an artificial happiness where it's like I'm going to pretend to be happy so that no one notices that I'm sad. Remember I told you about the manipulation, and here's the different faces putting on that mask. So she pretended as if she was happy, but she was not. Okay. Now, before she died, maybe she was happy. Maybe she, you know, had a nice old age. You know, maybe her child here that she had became a doctor or someone that's in like this well-paying position. Okay. And so she could have been proud of that moment and died happy because she felt like, okay, I did something right in my life. I brought a child in this world, and he got to live the life that I couldn't. Okay. So if you also come from a household where your parents didn't get to accomplish the things they wanted to, but you're able to do it now, then again, this is how this ancestor is speaking through you. Like, again, what she said, oh my gosh, that's what I said in the beginning. I didn't work hard so that you could also do the same. And that's exactly what resonates here. I had my child, and my child did not have to work hard as I did. My child got to live a beautiful life. And so your ancestor is saying the same thing with you now. I almost said your answer. So your answer is to not live a life of poverty. Your ancestor is telling you not to have a poverty mindset, not to have a mindset of lack. Okay? If you have different voices telling you, you should do this, no, you should do that, quiet those voices, like just stop. You have too much going on in your head. Your ancestor's saying just stop it. Do what you need to do in order to get to the point where you are now living your best life and not living with the mindset of lack. Okay, you know what this is causing you to lose your appetite. You may not even be eating because you feel like, what's the point? Or you may be going through poverty right now where you're unable to buy the food and the necessities that you need in your life. Your ancestor here is telling you not to make the same mistake that she did. Not to allow your self-confidence to dwindle and your fear to take over. Don't do that. Here too, with these green eyes, you may have green eyes, or your ancestor may have green eyes. She may also have red hair, or a reddish brown hair, or blonde hair, brown hair. Okay. But again, she's telling you not to give up on your dreams. Go out and live your life. Do the things that you want to do. And don't let fear hold you back like it did with her. So with this reading, she's giving you a warning not to make the same mistake she did. And she's also around you to make sure that that doesn't happen either. Okay? But she needs you to work along with her. All right. So, sorry, I just heard something, guys. That's your reading. That is your reading. For those of you who picked this pile with the crystal of the rose quartz, that's your reading. Okay? Okay, guys. Until next time, it's Goddess Chrissy. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. Got the amethyst here. Okay. This ancestor is putting the hammer down with that noise. Like, all right. I'm automatically getting that this is a person of authority. Okay. This person gets attention wherever they're at. Okay. And they command a presence. And that's what I got with that hammer. Okay, it reminds me of Thor, so there's definitely something supernatural too about this ancestor that's coming through. So let's see who it is. All right. Ooh, it's a woman. It's a woman. All right, and she's near a castle. So this could be someone of royalty or lived a life of royalty in their past life. Okay. So you come from a line of royalty, all right? You may like fancy things, or you may have been born in Europe or a place that has castles or hills, okay? And you may have always liked shows like Bridgerton or about, you know, Queen Elizabeth and things of that nature. You may like to watch shows that talks about royal dynasties and from the past, something of that nature. Let's see what our theme is. The hidden tomb. The hidden tomb. So what is it that's hidden that you need to know about? Let's continue on seeing what this ancestor wants to tell you. Taking that leap of faith. Okay, so this ancestor took a leap of faith. Oh, wow, look at that. Took a leap of faith, and looked like this ancestor had a child, not in the normal way that they had children back then. It's pretty interesting. Oh, yeah. Okay, interesting. So with this ancestor, I'm getting like supernatural vibes. So I'm getting two things. This is an ancestor that has similar lives. So it looks like there was a karmic lesson that this ancestor hadn't learned yet. And so, sorry guys, saw some dirt on it. And so she had to live similar lives on one planet as well as this planet. Okay, the alarm, guys, the alarm. And I feel like this ancestor's name starts with like a L-O, like Loveria or Lover, I don't know. But it starts, this ancestor starts with an L-O. Okay. I also get that this ancestor also like looked up to a certain deity, whether it's like Isis or Oshun. Okay, interesting fact, guys. I did 2 of the other readings already, and there was like no interruptions, no problems. And then I started you guys' reading, and I don't have any more storage on my camera, so I had to like delete some stuff. And then the alarm just came on in my house just now, and then I just got told that the battery is low. So all of these interruptions, right? So all of these things that are like trying to get in the way of me finishing the reading. So I feel like it's the same with this ancestor and with you as well. There's so many things that are trying to get in the way of you accomplishing what you need to accomplish, or you could be even getting in your own way of accomplishing what you need to accomplish. And this ancestor, there were the same thing happened to her as well. And look at this, as above, so below. Look at that. So like I said, in 2 different realms, this ancestor lived the same life, or it's the similar, very, very close similarities in both lives. Okay, it was like a mirror of herself in one realm and in the next. But again, she was prosecuted or judged in front of her peers for a decision that she made. One of the decisions that I can see here with this ancestor is with this leap of faith here. This ancestor, this is one of the stories, had a child with someone who was not from royalty. Okay? And this judgment here could be a judgment of her family members, the royal family, who did not see, well with her after she did that, because it was done in secrecy. Not only did she sleep with this man, but she was not married to this man. And at that time, that was definitely frowned against. Okay, you see the fool kind of taking that leap. It's like it was such a foolish mistake. And at least that's how it was seen. But if you see with the fool there, this fool has a smile on his face. Okay, he knows what he's doing. He knows where he's going. He knows he's going to make it. And he's okay with that. Okay. Once your ancestor had her child, nothing else really mattered. Okay. Nothing else really mattered. But I see her definitely like asking for help, seeking for assistance from one of the deities of that time. So it could be Isis, it could be Oshun, it could be, what is the other one? I forgot the name of it. But she definitely sought out help with, it could have been Aphrodite, you know, but she sought out help from a deity. Okay, a goddess of beauty deity. All right. Or also the goddess of the waters as well. All right. So, basically your ancestor was a badass. I mean, she did not let things stop her from doing what she wanted to do. Even though she lived this lifestyle of royalty, she also wasn't afraid of stepping out of her comfort zone. If there's something that she wanted to do, she did it. Okay? She did it. Like that driver, exactly. She was the one that decided where her life was going to go and where her life was going to take her. The theme is the hidden tomb, but she found the key. What was hidden, she found. Because even though she wasn't quote unquote free in the way that she in the way that people tried to hold her down, she gained her own freedom, whether they liked it or not. Okay, so she was the driver in her own right. Origin. I have initiation here. So this ancestor was definitely initiated with this deity. And that close relationship that your ancestor had with that deity made sure that she was taken care of, and she got to be with the person that she chose to be with. Okay? So even though she was ridiculed by her peers, she wasn't prosecuted because she had this close relationship with her deity. Okay? Wow. Look at that. Let's see what her haters. Oh my God. Guys, what does that say? What does that say? Now, isn't that the crystal you guys picked? The freaking amethyst? Are you kidding me right now? Psychic protection, control, spiritual energies while dreaming, and can help with insomnia and nightmares. So, again, synchronicity. Those of you that pick amethyst could be having issues with insomnia or nightmares, need spiritual protection. And again, like I said, your ancestor here had a relationship with this deity, and that's what allowed her to be okay with this situation here. So your ancestor is also telling you that she's protecting you spiritually because she walks with the energy of source. Okay? just as this amethyst that you chose, she is also protecting you and telling you to get amethyst to assist with that protection, okay? She's telling you to get amethyst to assist with that protection. All right, let's continue. That is amazing, guys. That's amazing. Look at this strength card. We talked about this. Your ancestor was very strong. She did not, look at this. She lived a lifestyle of royalty, but she wasn't afraid to get on a horse and make things happen. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind in a time where she couldn't speak her mind or was told that she can't speak her mind. She did it anyway. She broke all of the quote-unquote rules and lived her life the way she wanted to. This is nice, okay? This is nice. All right, let's see here. Okay, so she did not get to accomplish all of her life purposes. And look what it says here. It says, be careful in what you tell others. So, because she disclosed her plans, everything wasn't able to be carried out the way that she wanted to. Okay? So, that is a message also to you. Do not disclose your plans to people. Even your close friends, even your close family. Keep it to yourself. Don't mention it until it's after it's been accomplished. Okay? And then we have the card here. The card here of sadness. Okay? So something about this time of ridicule, okay? For some of you, your ancestor actually went through that persecution. Even though she had to be strong during that time, it still made her sad that she had to go through what she went through. Okay? That the people couldn't see things her way. It did give her a level of sadness. And think about it. If you've gone through certain things in your life that you had to be strong, I mean, were you happy while having to be strong going through that? No, there is a level of sadness there because of the fact that you have to go through that process or chose to go through that process. But in the moment, we don't see it as making that decision to go through a hard time, right? We just see it as, I'm going through this difficult time. And while you're going through that quote-unquote difficult time, there is an element of sadness there because you just want everything to be okay. All right? So your ancestor here is telling you that even though you're strong, it's okay to be sad and go through your periods of sadness. But everything will be okay. For this, those of you that picked this pile, I feel like you just need to know everything is going to be okay. I don't know if anyone has told you that, but your ancestor is telling you that everything will be okay. All right? Okay, make sure you get that amethyst, okay? You don't want no energy vampires to be around you trying to take advantage of you. And again, with that driver card, she wants to make sure that you're the one that's driving the vehicle of where you want to go. Okay? Don't let anyone have power over your life. Okay? And you could also be driving somewhere. You could also be doing something that requires you to drive a distance. And she's saying that you're doing what you need to do for your family to make sure your family is okay. And you may go through the same thing, the same process of possibly people trying to persecute you or ridicule you or make you feel bad or put you down. And it's okay to be sad about that. But you do have this level of strength within you to push through, to keep going, to have that leap of faith, to do things that people would be wondering, why is she doing it that way? Don't care what, what they think. This ancestor did it. She did what she had to do. Okay? And it didn't hurt anybody in the process. It made people judge her, but it didn't hurt anyone in the process. So if you have something that you want to do for you and it's not hurting anyone, go for it. Take that leap of faith. This is what your ancestor is saying. She did. Okay? All right, guys. That is your reading. It is Goddess Chrissy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. I mean, these personal readings directly from your ancestor, it's powerful. It really is. And I love the synchronicities. It was beautiful. So again, it's Goddess Chrissy. Until next time, let me know what you guys think about this video, if it resonated for you. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye.